Hey everyone, this one he wanted to book it in for a major service. Bit of a chat through the messages. It's a 2011, 270,000 Ks. So I thought the most important thing we should do, I remember, and it's true, I know it, but one of my customers said, please tell everybody, fix the heart before the Botox. So at 2011, so 13 years old, 270K, first thing I've asked is, hey, you know, has the injectors been done? No, so don't think so. So of course we're going to get into the injector job soon. And just for people so you can gather some information, you should probably check on our YouTube channel here on our playlists, injector information. There's a lot of info there on injectors, EGR, the caked up EGR system. We're not going to go over it again, but he did notice something. He was talking about leaks. He was saying at the rocker cover head type torque, you know, I mean, he's not a mechanic, but you know, from what he can gather, you see a bit of oil around. So I just wanted to have a look at the oil leak around the head or the valve cover and have a quick discussion about what that might be before I get into this injector replacement job here. And then after that, we're going to put up on the hoist and do a full inspection, let him know what else he needs to do. And rather than us do a major service, he's going to get on the videos. We're going to do a service since it's up on the hoist. We're checking everything, so we'll do the lubrication. He's supplied the oil, so he's watched some videos. Supply your own oil, save some money. Saves me getting it and storing it and whatever. It's not going to be on special when you get it from my workshop. I'm here to make some money. If I'm here doing stuff, then that's what we're going to do. You can save some money by getting it yourself, right? No secret. I'll tell you, I'm doing my best to put myself out of business here, aren't I? Hit the like button, mate. It's money for you, less for me. Well, let's have a look at this valve cover. I can see a bit of oil down around here. Chances are someone's worked on it. They've over-tightened the corner and cracked the valve cover. You know how we work. First thing we do once the cover comes off, it gets washed down, blow dry, leave it out in the sun if the sun's out to dry. As soon as it's dry, full inspection to see if it needs, depending on your budget, replacement. It's about 400 bucks for a valve cover, or whether you want to do the RTV and hide the problem, which is, I don't have a problem with either, to be honest, because I'm not into wasting stuff, but you've got a preference of whether you want a new cover. But we can see down the back there's a bit of oil there. It's not like it's pouring out oil. It's not making it down. You can see it's not wet down there. So it's really, the worst of it's kind of right about there. And I'm not going to be able to see if there's a crack there. I'm like reaching right in there with the camera. You know more than me. You can see a bit of oil on the side of the head there. That's what he's talking about. Usually they get cracked at that bolt there. So have a good look at that one. You'll probably see the crack. Right there it is. I even saw it myself in the screen. So the back of the cover could be cracked. That crack there. If there's a bit of oil there, that's generally enough to say we need to do something about it to stop that. But that being said, it's minor. If you had this leak, you don't start working on the vehicle to fix this leak. It's not bad enough for you to worry about it. So, and that's why you watch the videos, because you might be thinking you got an oil leak, and I've just saved you all this hassle, headache, money, stress, you know, like, don't worry about it. It's just a bit untidy, right? Do this. Give it a wash once or twice a year, you know, like if you take it full driving, it gets dusty. Unfortunately, it might get muddy, but try not to get it muddy. Mud equals money. Avoid those bulk holes where possible. We just did a bloody Wombat day trip, and I'll tell you what, reminds me not to go there. That mud is just terrible. It sticks. It's just clay. It wasn't even, it's dry. It's not summer, but it hasn't rained for ages, but there's all these wet puddles, and it's just absolute slop. Anyway, we're looking at this valve cover. So oil leaks at the top. Sometimes around those solenoids will leak. If people have worked on it, look at the rust on that pipe. Look at that fuel pipe, middle of the picture. Oh my goodness. And that's why we're doing the job, because we don't need engines that people have worked on, bent pipes back, contamination, no injector replacement. Things aren't running right at 270K with injectors, I can tell you right now. They'll be running okay, seems to be. The ECU will be doing a lot of correction, helping it run really nice to the end. But there's no oil leaks there. But the only reason those 4 seals leak is when people work on it, they damage the seals or they get dirt and debris under those seals. So again, anything you see here, you wouldn't start working on it for this, but you can see a bit of corrosion around. When you replace the injectors, you must replace the fuel pipes. That's what it says in bold in the workshop manual. I totally agree, not wasting time going into why. And all I'll say to add to that is, if you're going to get an injector kit, only get it from me, so then you know what you're getting. Simple. And more info's in those other videos. Now, I can't see any oil down on the side of the block or anything like there's any big oil leak, although there's some oil down there under that oil filter. See, it's wet down there. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So I know what's going on there, but hopefully a genuine oil filter will sort that out. So I'm not really seeing much go on. There's a bit of oil down the front here. I'd say someone's overflowed it from oil changes, so be careful not to overflow it, or it's going to look like oil leaks. You're going to think you've got a leak in cam seal or something like that. It's coming up for a BFE soon. BFE is the big front engine job. You can see timing belt replace at 152, so at 300. Timing belt, idler, tensioner. Cam seal, don't touch it if it hasn't been touching, it's not leaking. You'll get new coolant, get a new water pump, drive belt, all the bearings. Search again on our YouTube channel, BFE kits for your BFE job. Do it yourself, save money. I can't do them all. Now, for people that think, oh, hang on, shouldn't you inspect the vehicle before you do the injectors, in case it's not worth doing the injectors, because it's a big expense, isn't it, you know? Draw a circle around 5K between parts and labour, depending how far you're going. If you're doing intake cleans, EJAR cleans, you know, with map filters included, injectors, pipes, you know, the kits, it's about $3 worth of injectors and that, well, value for money. I mean, you can pay more, you can pay less. You don't know what you're going to get if you're paying less. If you pay more, well, you don't know what you're going to get either, really, but why pay more? So about 3K is what you're looking at for all the parts you need to do the job right, all the related work, all the stuff we supply in our kit, you know, the original and the best injector kit. But the point is, it's a Prado. It's a 150 Prado, 1KD. Of course it's worth, I don't even need to inspect the rest of the vehicle. I've seen enough on this vehicle to go, yep, it needs some love. It's done 270K. It's a bit rough around the edges, but it's a cheap car compared to, you know, you go buy a new one, getting close to 100 grand these days, plus extras. I mean, this has already got the bull bar on it, right? It's got stuff on it. It's got light bar, spotlights. I haven't even looked at what else it's got, but the point is, you know, you do that to a new car, you're over 100 grand, mate. What's this owing? 20 grand, 30 grand? I don't know. It's a lot cheaper car. What? Spend a couple of grand here, couple of grand there. 5 on the big one, let's say, ballpark and a bit other, and do your own thing, mate. And that's it. And then you just drive for the next 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, because it's been 13 years so far, and these injectors are not full DLC injectors, okay? They're not. They will not be in a 2011, and the replacements are. So if these ones lasted this long, and they didn't, they just happen to be still in there, the replacement ones will, if these did, if you know what I mean. But I'd still recommend around the 200,000K mark for the full DLCs. Unless you're doing higher Ks, you can push it a bit further, but I don't recommend 270K in 13 years. Probably not the best. Do 270K in 6 or 7 years, I've probably got no issue with that. Recently we checked that other Prado, do you remember, the 120? With those awesome readings, and it's done 200,000 Ks on those injectors, and they are not full DLC, the replacements on the 120s. They're part, two out of the 3 main components are coated, but the point is the readings are beautiful. Why? I put it down to the highway Ks, right? So highway Ks, he's done a lot of Ks in it. Anyway, all sorts of things covered, yak covered in this video, but the point is, yep, we're going to get this done first. We're going to make sure the heart's good, and then we're going to do the inspection, because it doesn't matter what we find, we already know what we're going to see at 270. Not much, few cracks in the lower control arm bushes, the normal sweat on the rack. Well, there's not going to be anything that's, oh no, you shouldn't have brought this car, you know. I mean, look, if that happened, I'm yet for that to happen. I mean, there's a bit of corrosion around New South Wales, probably been on the beach. You can see it's a bit of a, but it's not bad, you know. It's all going to clean up, and cleaning and maintainable. And again, it's a 13-year-old car, so not to worry, not a big deal. Anyway, I think that's enough yakking on this video. Hope you get the picture. Hope I save you some money on worrying about oil leaks or not. Watch the videos in the VIP group. Do it yourself. VIP groups are clients only. Where is it? It's on Facebook, 4Before Diesel VIPs. We've got a whole separate playlist on YouTube that's not visible to those who are not in the group, plus all the videos in the group. And, you know, bada bing, bada boom. Catch you on the next video.